This, though, a former charter school bus driver was in court today accused of multiple crimes against children.
Welcome to another episode of J Inclusive. Please share, like, comment, subscribe, and set your notifications on so you are alerted every time I upload.
Hide your kids.
All right, well, first, I'm Colin Mayfield.
And I'm Vanessa Rufus. We are starting with breaking news tonight as a local school bus driver is now in jail facing several charges of statutory rape and indecent liberties with a minor.
Yeah, CMPD charged this woman, Sugar Creek charter school bus driver Leetwain Tate, just hours ago. WCNC Charlotte's Bria Smith is live at CMPD headquarters for us, where police held a press conference about this today.
Yeah, Bria, what do we know about the victims?
Well, Vanessa, Colin, CMPD has confirmed that the investigation against Tate did involve 4 juveniles between the ages of 14 and 15 years old, but they do say it did not take place on campus or on a school bus. Now, the investigation into Tate, also known as Ms Sharon, began on September 16th. That's when Tate was placed on leave by Sugar Creek Charter School, the following day, but was terminated yesterday. Court documents show 4 boys had been staying with Tate and say they were sexually abused by Tate. One even said they were offered, quote, a lot of money to have sex with Tate. Tate, who is 33 years older than the victim, is now charged with 2 counts of statutory rape, 6 counts of indecent liberties with a minor, and 1 count of statutory sex offense. One parent expressing their concerns following the arrest.
Are my kids safe here? What type of extent of a background are they doing on these people, that are working with my children and other children? Like, what is the protocol for the, staff members here to work with kids? Like, are they doing a full background check? Are they just doing a local background check? Like, asking friends, relatives, anything? Like, we need to know, because it is like a big thing right now.
48-year-old Leetwain Tate will be held on a $1 million bond in jail. WCNC Charlotte's Jesse Pierre is live outside of the Mecklenburg County Courthouse in Uptown, where that hearing took place. Jesse, you were able to speak to Tate's family today. We appreciate their time, but what did they tell you?
Well, yes, that's right. I did speak to Tate's family briefly here at the courthouse and at their home, and they say Tate is innocent. I also got a chance to speak to some folks that live in the area where the incident happened, and they say the accusations are alarming.
It's pretty disturbing that it's so close to home.
Leetwain Tate, also known as Ms Sharon, in court Wednesday, charged with 2 counts of rape, 6 counts of indecent liberties with a minor, and 1 count of statutory sex offense. Police say there are at least 4 victims, boys between the ages of 14 and 15. After weeks-long investigation, Tate was arrested Tuesday.
My wife told me, I was in the house, that she told me that there were cops outside. A lot of undercover cops.
Investigators say several of the boys stayed with Tate and performed sexual acts on Tate at the home. Folks who live in the area say the entire ordeal is unsettling.
14, 15-year-olds can be so impressionable at that age. And, to think that somebody would take advantage of, kids in that age range, that's just very alarming.
Mary Catherine Elkins with Pat's Place Child Advocacy Center says they work with CMPD on investigations like this.
We provide a forensic interview, which is a developmentally appropriate conversation with children to get information from them that's admissible in court.
Elkins says it is important for parents to have regular conversations with their kids about safety and appropriate relationships with adults.
Even with teenagers, they need to be aware that there are boundaries and that they can say no.
Now, police believe there may be more victims out there and asking anyone with information to come forward.
Hello. Good afternoon. My name is Corey Gahagan. I serve as a lieutenant with Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department's Special Victim Division. Thank you for all being here today. We are here to provide an update in a crimes against children investigation involving a former school bus driver for Sugar Creek Charter School. This morning, CMPD detectives arrested Darrell Tate in a crimes against children investigation involving multiple juveniles between the ages of 14 to 15. Tate is also known as Sharon or Ms Sharon. Tate is charged with 2 counts of rape, 6 counts of indecent liberties with a minor, and 1 count of statutory sex offense. CMPD's investigation first began on September 16th, while during a call for service, information was provided to officers that initiated a crimes against children investigation. Tate, who was employed as a bus driver for Sugar Creek Charter School, was placed on leave by the school September 17th, pending the investigation. Tate was officially terminated by the school September 29th. Preliminary information indicates that these incidents did not occur on school property or while Tate was operating a school bus. I appreciate the work of the Crimes Against Children unit for their swift investigation, as well as the courage of these juvenile victims who came forward in this case. This is by no means easy for the victims to relive the terrible crimes committed against them, but their courage led to the arrest of a violent criminal. In many cases, crimes against children are never reported. Fear, shame, or threats of an abuser keep the victim silent, meaning there is always a chance that more victims are suffering in silence. CMPD works closely with Pat's Place Child Advocacy Center, which is a center that offers ongoing therapy for victims of child abuse. Our partnership with Pat's Place provides crucial support to victims and their families during the investigation process and beyond. At this time, detectives have information that indicates there may be other juvenile victims in this case. We urge anyone that may have been impacted to contact Detective King, who's the lead investigator, at 704-336-7495, 704-336-7495. If you or someone you know, especially a child, is a victim of a crime and you're not comfortable speaking directly to police, you can contact Pat's Place Child Advocacy Center at 704-335-2760. Individuals can also leave an anonymous tip through Crime Stoppers at 704-334-1600, 704-334-1600, or through the P3 mobile app or at charlottecrimestoppers.com. We cannot stress enough that reporting suspected abuse is essential to protect children, seek justice, and to ensure the perpetrators are held accountable for their actions. Thank you, and I'll now take questions. Yes.
How many people came forward to report this, or I guess kids?
We've identified 4 victims at this time.
And all 4 came forward to?
No.
No.
I know it doesn't involve the school. Where is this person coming in contact with these victims?
Through their personal life.
What should parents know?
If the parents have a duty to report, if you know your child has been a victim of child abuse, sexual child abuse, it's absolutely important you call 911 and report it.
Do you know where the alleged crimes were happening? If not on the bus at the school, where was this happening?
Due to the investigation still being in the early stages, and we believe there's possibly more victims, I'm not going to give that information out this time. However, just to reiterate, didn't occur at the school or on a school bus.
You said they knew it from their personal life. Were they relatives, or were these kids randomly known?
Due to, again, it still being under investigation and we're potentially have more victims come forward, I'm not going to give out that info.
Last question here.
So you said 2 counts of statutory rape, 1 count of statutory sex offense. What is the difference between statutory rape and sex offense?
Statutory rape would be penis in a vagina.
Okay, and sex offense would be?
It could anything other, yes.
Okay.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you all so much.